The effects of interesting texture and wash texture can also be achieved in a couple of other ways. To do this, we will need to damage the structure of the paper, and for this we will use sandpaper, a knife and a stick or toothpick. Draw 3 squares side by side on a watercolor paper. Fill the first square with a solid color, such as Prussian blue with a density of coffee with milk. While the wash is still wet, use a stick, toothpick or the other end of the brush and pressing it firmly against the surface, draw some lines on the paper. When the wash dries, then in the cavities of these lines will collect more pigment and they will clear on the background. Fill the second and third square in the same way, only that wait until everything dries completely. Then use a knife to scratch out similar lines on the paper, just don't make holes. This will create white lines with slightly rough edges. At the same time, this is the only way to completely remove the pigment from the paper, but at the cost of damaging its surface. In third square, instead of a knife, we will use sandpaper and wipe off the excess pigment from the surface. If the paper had a clear texture, then such white dots will form at first. It is worth using an eraser afterwards to wipe off the unnecessary pigment. You can use only the eraser itself in this technique, but a hard one. In this way you can wipe out various streaks of light or flashes in watercolor, but at the expense of destroying the top structure of the paper.